Fellow Ukrainians, the liquidation of the consequences of the Russian strike on Ukraine continues. This is a massive blow. The Russians do not even try to hide their true goal. The vast majority of targets are civilian objects, ordinary infrastructure. These are energy, civilian enterprises, warehouses. Moreover, it is warehouses with civilian goods. It is also our logistics. Railway logistics is what ensures the normal life of communities and the economy. Dozens of ordinary residential buildings were also damaged. Unfortunately, there are casualties. 4 people died from this strike in the Lviv region, including 1 child. In the Zaporizhzhia region, 1 person was killed. My condolences to relatives and friends. As of now, 18 wounded are known. Everyone is being helped. In total, there were 53 missiles, including aeroballistic missiles and several waves of attack drones. In total, there were almost 500 attack drones, of which about 250 were Shaheds. A significant part was shot down, but, unfortunately, not all. Almost 40 missiles of various types, almost 450 drones were shot down. Unfortunately, there is no decent, strong reaction of the world to everything that is happening, to the constant increase in the scale and impudence of strikes. And that's why Putin is doing it. He just laughs at the West, at that silence and lack of strong actions in response. Russia rejected all proposals to stop the war or at least stop the strikes. Russia is openly trying to destroy our civilian infrastructure. Right now, before winter. Gas infrastructure, generation, electricity transmission. Zero real reaction of the world. We will fight so that the world does not remain silent, so that Russia feels the response. Every Russian missile. Every Russian attack drone. This includes components that are supplied to Russia. And still from Western countries, from different countries next to Russia. Now, in the 4th year of a full-scale war, it is simply strange to hear that someone there does not seem to know how to stop the supply of critical components. Only 1 Russian Kinzhal missile contains 96 foreign-made components. Many of them are really critical components that Russia does not produce. Almost 500 drones that the Russians used on the night of today are more than 100,000 foreign-made components. Among the manufacturers are companies from the United States of America, China, Taiwan, Britain, Germany, Switzerland, Japan, the Republic of Korea, and the Netherlands. There are, in particular, schemes for several countries. All this must be stopped. A meeting of the sanctions coordinators of the 7 and Group of 7 is scheduled for next week, and all our proposals on sanctions, on limiting supply schemes are available. Partners have materials provided, solutions are needed. We are preparing our new sanctions against those who are working for Russia now, on its war, and against those who are trying to weaken Ukraine at such a time. In the regions, wherever it is needed, repair crews are working, our power engineers are working, our utilities are involved. I want to thank the rescuers of the State Emergency Service and the National Police who are involved. It is important that businesses also help. This is necessary for communities, for the whole state, to be supported by our entrepreneurs. I have already held meetings today with the Prime Minister of Ukraine, with the head of Naftogaz, with everyone needed to help people speed up restoration work. I instructed to be in the regions, to check what communities really need, and verify the veracity of each report from the area. I expect a report on each region, on each community. I want to thank everyone who defends Ukraine, who protects our people. I thank everyone in the world who is with Ukraine, who defends life in reality and not just with intentions. And today Ukraine celebrates the Day of Educators. Traditionally, the day before, on Friday, we all congratulate our teachers and we thank them, of course. And today as well. This can never be too much. Our gratitude to all Ukrainian teachers, everyone in our country who works, so that schools work, universities work, so that our Ukrainian children, despite everything, despite all these blows, despite all Russian bullying, get a chance for a normal life, for a good future. I thank all teachers, lecturers, all educators. This is really one of the most important things in our country. Ukrainian education works, overcomes all difficulties, gives children a good level of education. I thank all of you, our educators. I appreciate you greatly. Glory to Ukraine.